The lawyer representing Tyre Nichols' family has called on the U.S. Congress to pass urgent police reform legislation in the wake of his death. Mr. Nichols, 29, was fatally beaten by 5 police officers in January. Speaking to U.S. media, Ben Crump urged President Joe Biden to use Mr. Nichols's death to gain support for the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act. And he said Mr. Nichols's mother was coping with her son's loss by hoping that his death could lead to change. She believes in her heart Tyre was sent here for an assignment and that there is going to be greater good that comes from this tragedy, Mr. Crump said. The George Floyd Justice in Policing Act was introduced in 2021 after Mr. Floyd was killed by a white police officer kneeling on his neck for more than 9 minutes. His death sparked international protests. The bill would see a federal ban on the use of chokeholds by police and make it easier to bring charges against offending officers. Lawmakers in the House of Representatives, which was then controlled by the Democratic Party, passed the bill in March 2021, but it was later held up by opposition in the Senate. "Shame on us if we don't use his tragic death to finally get the George Floyd Justice in Policing Act passed," Mr. Crump told CNN. The lawyer said if the law did not change, deaths at the hands of police would continue. Derek Johnson, the president of the NAACP Civil Rights Group, also called on legislators to take action. "By failing to write a piece of legislation, you're writing another obituary," Mr. Johnson said in a statement. "We can name all the victims of police violence, but we can't name a single law you have passed to address it." But the Republican House of Representatives Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan warned politicians to not rush legislation. "These 5 individuals did not have any respect for life. I don't know if there's anything you can do to stop the kind of evil we saw in that video," he told NBC's Meet the Press program. A childhood friend of Mr. Nichols told the BBC his legacy would be preserved through legal reform. Angelina Paxton said he always wanted to change the world. Ms. Paxton said Mr. Nichols was very passionate about Black Lives Matter. "He always wanted to make a difference," she said. "If it gives anyone any comfort out of all those pain that we're all going through right now, just know that I can guarantee you he's up there right now smiling, because he finally did what he always wanted to do."